So today we are going to discuss fifth net part B, that is 8051 instruction set and programming. So this part B consists of introduction, addressing modes of 8051, instruction set of 8051. With the basic idea on the architecture and memory organization of 8051, it is easy to study the instruction set and its flexibility for control applications. Unlike the 8085 or 8086 microprocessor instruction set, 8051 instruction set has the instructions for bit manipulations. The 8051 instruction set supports various addressing modes such as indexed addressing mode and relative addressing mode. The addressing mode indicates that the way in which the data is specified in an instruction is called addressing mode. The data fetched for execution depends upon addressing mode. The instruction set of 8051 supports 6 addressing modes: immediate addressing mode, register addressing mode, memory direct or direct addressing mode, memory indirect addressing or relative indirect addressing mode, indexed addressing mode, and register specific or register implicit addressing mode. Now let us see the immediate addressing mode. The data to be manipulated is directly given in the instruction itself. The data is specified by symbol has in the instruction. That is, example of this addressing mode is add a comma has 80h. This instruction adds the data 80h to the content of the accumulator, and result is stored into the accumulator itself. This addressing mode will be used when data for the arithmetic and logical operation is needed only once and it is a constant. Some of the instructions of this addressing mode are given below. Move a comma as 25h. This instruction load 25h data to the accumulator. Move R4 comma as 62h. This instruction load data 62h into the R4 register. Move B comma as 40h. This instruction load 40h into the register B. Move DPTR comma has 4521h. This instruction load 16-bit data or address to the DPTR. This instruction is represented by using two 8-bit instructions. Move DPL has 21h. Move DPH comma has 45h. These two instructions belongs to perform the operation of move DPTR comma has 4521h. In register direct addressing mode, the register that contains the data to be manipulated is specified in the instruction. Example of this addressing mode is add a comma or not. This instruction will add the contents stored from the register or not added with contents of the accumulator, and result will be stored into the accumulator. The register A, DPTR and R0 to R7 are used in register direct addressing mode. This addressing mode uses temporary registers which holds the data for operation. Some of the instructions of this addressing mode are given below. Move A comma R0. This instruction copy contents from the R0 into A register. Move R2 comma A. This instruction copy contents from accumulator to the R2 register. Add A comma R5. This register perform addition from the contents of accumulator with contents of R5, and result in will be stored in accumulator. Add A comma R7. This instruction add the content from accumulator with content of R7, and result will be stored in accumulator. Move R6 comma A. This instruction copy data from accumulator to the R6 register. Move R7 comma DPL. This instruction copy data from DPL register to R7 register. Move R6 comma DPH. This instruction copy content from DPH to the register R6. In this addressing mode, the data transfer between RN registers is not possible. That is, move R0, R1, move R2, R3. These instructions are invalid instructions. Only one of the register must be accumulator or be register, and another register is R0 to R7 registers. Next one, memory direct addressing mode. In this addressing mode, the memory address that contains the data to be operated is specified here in the instruction. The example of this addressing mode is add A, 74H. This instruction add the data from the accumulator with that data stored in address 74H and result is stored in accumulator. All the internal RAM addresses including that of special function registers can be used in this addressing mode. This addressing mode is used when data stored in the memory is to be used in the arithmetic and logical instructions. The data in memory used in direct addressing can be changed at any other point in the program. Some of the instructions of this addressing mode are given below. Move R0, 40H. This instruction copy the data from 40H memory location to the register R0. Move 56H, A. This instruction copy data from accumulator to the memory location 56H. In memory indirect addressing mode, the register which contains the actual memory address of the data and is specified in the instruction. In this addressing mode, two registers are used, R0 and R1 for 8-bit address, and DPTR used to store the 16-bit address. These three registers R0, R1, DPTR are used in this addressing mode. The register specified is preceded by a symbol @ in assembly language format. Example of this addressing mode is add A, @R0. This instruction copy or add the value stored from register R0. Now R0 contains the address. From that address, the controller take the data and add with data from accumulator, and result will be stored in accumulator. Here the register contains the address. From that address, the controller take the data through indirect addressing mode. From this memory location, the data is fetched and the instruction is executed. The data pointer, that is DPTR, is used to access the data in external memory by using 16-bit address. The indirect addressing mode is very much useful for accessing data which are continuously stored in memory and accessed consecutively in a program. Some of the instructions of this addressing mode are given below. Move A, @R0. This instruction copy data from the address. This address specified in the instruction stored in R0 and copy to the accumulator. Next one, move X, A, @DPTR. This instruction access the data from external memory. This external memory address is stored in DPTR and copy to the accumulator. So move X represent accessing the data from external memory. Now the indexed addressing mode. In this type of addressing mode, the instruction consists of two parts, base address and offset address. This type of addressing mode is useful in relative memory accessing and relative jumping operations. The base address is stored in data pointer or program counter. The offset value is stored in only accumulator called A register. Example of this addressing mode is move C A, @A plus DPTR and move C A, @A plus PC. So this instruction adds the content of the accumulator with content of data pointer or program counter, and result forms the actual address of the data from where the controller fetches the data. This data is moved into the accumulator. The indexed addressing mode is useful in accessing the data structures similar to the lookup tables. The base address will hold the address of the starting point of the lookup table, and offset address will point to the particular entry in that table. So mainly this indexed addressing mode used to access the data from lookup table. Now register specific addressing mode. In this addressing mode, the operand or data is implicitly specified using one of the register called accumulator. Some registers always operates on that specific registers. That is, some instructions always operates on specific registers. Example of this addressing mode are given below: DAA, CPLA, CLRA, RRA, RLA, RLCA, RRCA. So these instructions perform the operations on accumulator value. After operation, the result will be stored into the accumulator directly. So these instructions can use only specific register called accumulator. Now let us see the instruction set of 8051. The instructions supported by microcontroller can be classified into different types depending upon their operational functions. The instruction set classified is as follows: data transfer instructions, arithmetic instructions, logical instructions, branching instructions, bit manipulation instructions. Now let us see the data transfer instructions. As the name indicates, instructions in this set are used to transfer the data from source to destination. The data can be transferred from or to the external RAM or within the internal memory itself. The instruction move is used to transfer the data between internal register or memory. These are the list of instructions belongs to data transfer instructions. Move A, Rn. This instruction move data from Rn register to the accumulator, where Rn indicates the register R0 to R7. So Rn is maybe either R0 to R7 register. Next, move A, direct. This instruction belongs to direct addressing mode. Can copy the data from the address specified in the instruction to the accumulator. Move A, RI. This instruction belongs to memory indirect addressing mode. This instruction copy the data from the address specified in the instruction register RI to the accumulator, where RI represent R0 or R1. So the indirect addressing mode uses only two registers, R0 and R1. Move A, as data. This instruction belongs to immediate addressing mode. Can copy the data directly to the accumulator. Move Rn, A belongs to register addressing mode. Copy the data from accumulator to the Rn register. Move Rn, direct belongs to direct addressing mode. Copy the data from address specified in the instruction to the register Rn. So these are the following various instructions to perform the data transfer operation: directly or indirectly or immediate or register indirect. Depends upon the addressing mode. The controller transfer the data from the source to the destination. The source may be either register or direct memory or indirect memory or immediate addressing modes. So these are some of the instructions. These instructions can access the data from external memory or external program memory or code memory. So move C represent copy the code or data from the external program memory. Move X represent copy data or transfer the data to the external memory or from external memory to the accumulator. So the default register for external memory accessing is only accumulator. To transfer the data from accumulator to the external memory or external memory to the accumulator by using move X instruction or move C instruction. Now the push and pop operations are used to transfer the data onto the stack. So this instruction belongs to direct addressing mode. The push direct in case that can copy the data from address to the stack memory by using stack pointer. Pop instruction retrieve the data from the stack specified by the address stack pointer onto the address specified in the instruction. XSH A, Rn. This instruction exchanges the register contents from the accumulator with Rn register. Next, XCHD A, RI. This instruction exchanges lower 4 bits lower order nibble from the register A to address specified in the instruction RI. The general format for move instruction is move register destination comma move source. The source and destination registers within the 8051 chip can be addressed by any one of the addressing modes except indexed addressing mode. The instruction with the mnemonic MOVX is used to access the data from external memory locations using indirect addressing mode. MOVX instruction must use accumulator register as a destination or source, and other operand is the indirectly accessed external data memory. MOVX can be used with both 8-bit external memory address and 16-bit external memory address. It can be noted that the external memory can be interfaced with microcontroller with either 8-bit address or 16-bit address. The 8-bit address is used in the internal register is used to hold the address of the memory, that is R0 and R1, and 16-bit address is used data pointer to access the address. The instruction move CA, @ A plus DPTR and move CA, A plus @ A plus PC are the two instructions, meaning that move code memory and are used to transfer the data from program memory using indexed addressing mode. The program memory addressing using MOVC instruction needs 16-bit address. This 16-bit address is stored in either DPTR or program counter, and these two registers are used to store the base address in these instructions. The data can only be read from the program memory and not written into the program memory, because the program memory is generally a read-only memory. The push instruction is used to copy data in any internal RAM location to the stack. The pop instruction is used to copy the data from the top of the stack to the RAM location specified in the instruction. The instruction XC HD is used to transfer the data only lower order nibble between accumulator and indirectly addressed internal RAM memory location. XCH instruction is used to exchange the contents of accumulator and register or internal memory of the 8051. Now let us see the another group of instructions, arithmetic instructions. These instructions are used to perform arithmetic operations. The common arithmetic operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication and division are possible with 8051. All the data used in arithmetic instructions must be available inside the microcontroller, that is internal RAM area only. List of instructions following this group: addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, increment, decrement and BCD addition operation DAA. So depends upon the addressing mode, the add instructions performs access the data from different addressing modes, either immediate addressing mode or register addressing mode, memory direct addressing mode or indirect addressing mode. So add A, Rn, this instruction add the content from register Rn to content of A accumulator and result will be stored in accumulator. Next, add C, ADDC A, Rn. This instruction add the contents from the register Rn with content of accumulator along with carry flag and result will be stored in accumulator. Next, subtraction instruction subtract the content from Rn register and with content from accumulator A and result will be stored in accumulator. So these are the depends upon the addressing mode. The controller take the data, source data from the instruction directly or immediate addressing mode or register addressing mode or register indirect addressing mode. The increment instruction increment the content of location, that is accumulator value by 1. Increment Rn increment the register value by 1. Increment direct, this instruction increment the address location, so that is this instruction increment the data from that address location. Next, decrement, this instruction decrement the content from the register or accumulator by 1. Increment DPTR, this instruction increment the memory location from the DPTR. Next, multiplication division instructions are uses only two registers A and B. So A and B registers are default registers to perform multiplication and division operation. For during multiplication operation, the both multiplier and multiplicand must be stored in A and B registers. After operation, product, the product, that is 16-bit product, will be stored in same registers A and B. So during division operation, the divisor and dividend must be stored in A and B registers. After operation, we get two 8-bit results, that is remainder and quotient. These two 8-bit results will be stored in A and B registers directly. Next, the DA instruction used to perform the BCD operation. So this instruction used after add instruction. This instruction convert result from the accumulator into valid BCD number. The add instruction used to add any 8-bit data with accumulator and result is stored in accumulator. The carry generated, if any, is stored in carry flag of the PSW called program status word or processor status word. The ADDC instruction is also used to add any 8-bit data with accumulator along with carry bit. The SUBB instruction used to subtract the contents of a register from accumulated content. During this subtraction, the carry bit is also subtracted from the accumulator. For addition and subtraction instructions, one of the data must be stored in accumulator and other data can be either specified in the instruction by using immediate addressing mode or register addressing mode or direct addressing mode or register indirect addressing mode or memory indirect addressing mode. In addition to add ADD, ADDC and SUBB instructions, there are two more instructions called multiplication and division. The register B is exclusively used for these two operations, that is multiplication and division. The operands should be stored in register A and B for multiplication and division instructions. The MUL instruction multiplies the contents of A and B registers and result, that is 16-bit result, is stored into the A and B registers. The lower order byte result is stored in accumulator and higher order byte is stored in B register after multiplication operation. Similarly, the DIV instruction upon execution will divide the contents of A accumulator by contents of B register. The quotient of the result is stored in A register and remainder is stored in B register directly. If a division by 0 error, that is 0 in the B register before executed by DIV, AB will result an overflow flag, that is overflow flag is set 1. The DA instruction is used to convert the binary sum obtained after adding two BCD numbers and converted into valid BCD number. Now let us see the logical instructions. In addition to logical undo or XRL operation, the 8051 has additional instructions such as clear, complement, that is CLR and CPL. All the data for logical instructions must be available in internal RAM only. The instruction CLRA used to clear the contents of accumulator. The instruction CPL used to complement or logically invert the contents of the accumulator register, and the swap instruction used to swap the nibble of accumulator register. Here nibble represent 4 bits. The 8051 supports four rotate operations with the options to rotating left or right and rotating through carry or not. So these are the various instructions belongs to logical group: ANL, ORL, XRL, CPL, CLR, swap. So the ANL instruction performs logical bitwise operation from the contents from the register or data immediately or direct addressing mode with content of accumulator value. So one of the operand must be stored in accumulator. After operation, result will be stored in accumulator directly. Similarly, OR, logical OR operation, performs a logical OR bitwise operation from the content from accumulator with content of RN register or direct addressing mode or indirect addressing mode, data from the direct or indirect addressing mode. After operation, result will be stored in destination register called accumulator. Next, CLRA, this instruction clear the accumulator value. CPLA, this instruction complement the accumulator value. This instruction performs once complement operation or invert operation, logical NOT gate operation. The swap A instruction, it can interchange the 4 bits from the 8-bit value, that is lower 4 bit is converted into higher 4 bit, higher 4 bit is represented into lower 4 bits. Interchange lower 4 bits with higher 4 bits, vice versa. The rotate instructions RLA, RLCA, RRA, RRCA. These 4 instructions perform the rotate operations from the content of accumulator through carry or without carry, either left or right. The instruction RLA, this instruction rotate the bits from the accumulator through left. RLCA, this instruction rotate the bits from accumulator left through carry flag. RRA, this instruction rotate the bits from the accumulator towards the right. RRCA, this instruction rotate the bits in the accumulator right through carry flag. Now let us see the branch instructions. 8051 supports both conditional and unconditional branch instructions. If the instruction is unconditional instruction, whenever the controller executes that instruction, it can transfer the control to the specified label address. What is a conditional instruction executed? First, the condition is satisfied in the instruction, you can transfer the control to the specified address. Otherwise, it will execute the next instruction after the unconditional instruction. So these are the list of instructions belongs to branching operation. A call represent absolute call. The address will be 11-bit address. L call, address 16-bit. Long call. So this instruction address can transfer the control to the some other program, some other address, that is 16-bit address. RET, return from the subroutine. RETA, return from the interrupt subroutine. AJump represent absolute jump with address 11-bit. LJump, long jump, absolute address is 16-bit address. SJump, short jump, the relative address is 8-bit address. JC represent jump carry, and if condition satisfied, that is carry equal to 1, can transfer the control to the relative address specified in the instruction. JNC means if no carry, then this instruction is executed and transfer the control to the specified address in the instruction. Specified in the instruction. JB bit relative. This instruction jump, if corresponding bit specified in the instruction is set, then you can transfer the control to the specified label. JBC bit relative. This instruction jump if the bit is set up and after that clear that bit and can jump to the specified address. Jump at the rate A plus DPTR. This instruction jump to the specified address. This address is calculated by adding contents of accumulator and DPTR. JZ relative. This instruction jump to the specified address if accumulator value is 0. That is 0 flag is set. JNZ relative. This instruction jump to the specified address if accumulator value is not equal to 0. That is 0 flag is 0. CJNE A direct relative. This instruction compare the content from the accumulator with content from direct address. If both are not equal, can transfer the control to the specified address. CJNE A as data relative. This instruction compare the content from accumulator with data specified in the instruction. If both are not equal, can transfer the control to the specified location. CJNE RN has data RN relative. This instruction compare the content from RN register with data specified in instruction. If both are not equal, can transfer the control to the specified address. CJNE @RI as data relative. This instruction compare the data from the address specified in the instruction RI and with data specified in the instruction. Both are not equal, can transfer the control. DJNZ RN relative. This instruction decrement the value from RN register. If value from the RN is not equal to 0, after decrement operation can transfer the control to the specified address. DJNZ RX relative. This instruction decrement the content value if not equal to 0, can transfer the control to the specified location. And no operation. This instruction perform no operation. Now let us see the various operations in the branching instructions. The syntax for short jump instruction is sjump 8-bit address. This instruction can be explained as given below. The 8-bit address is relative address, that is related to the program counter. The branching address is calculated by adding the address given in the instruction with the program counter content. The 8-bit address is a 2's complement number, that is most significant bit, stands for the positive or negative sign. The remaining 7 bits are used to specify the address. Thus, using sjump, the user can jump or branch to anywhere between 127 bytes after this program counter content or 128 bytes before it, that is from PC minus 128 bytes to PC plus 127 bytes. Now let us see the one example. sjump 06h. This instruction loaded into address 8800H. This instruction shifts the execution or transfer the control to a location 8808H. That is, the program counter contains the address after this instruction is 8802H. Add some address specified in instruction, that is relative address, to that PC, we get 8808H. The syntax for another instruction is ljump, long jump, 16-bit address. After execution of this instruction, the program counter is loaded with 16-bit address and execution shift to that location. Now another example, another instruction belongs to branching instruction is ajump, called absolute jump. Ajump 11-bit address. The destination branching address for this absolute jumping is calculated by keeping the most significant 5 bits of the PC counter, that is program counter, as it is, and changing the least significant 11 bits as given in the instruction. Now let us see the example. 8800 contains the instruction ajump 7F0H. 7F0H is the 11-bit address. This instruction branches the execution address by adding 7F0 to the address 880. We get 8F0H. After fetching this instruction, the program counter content will be 8802, keeping the most significant 11 bits as given in the instruction. Result in the branching address becomes 8FF0H. The 8051 has a single instruction DJNZ for counter operation, that is to decrement the destination data from the register or indirect addressing mode and the branch according to the result decrement operation. This instruction is very useful in looping using a counter similar to for loop in high level languages. Similarly, the jumping, the result of comparison can be done by single instruction CJNE. This instruction is useful in looping instructions execution based on condition. This instruction can be used in programming constructs similar to do while in high level language. Now let us see the bit manipulation instructions. The special feature of this 8051 microcontroller is that it can handle bit data also like that of byte data. The internal data memory map of 8051 has a bit addressable memory area. The special function registers that have the addresses with 0 or 8 as last digit in their X address are also bit addressable area. The bit manipulation instructions include logical instructions and conditional branching instructions. The logical instructions include ANL and ORL. The conditional branching instructions include JC, JNC, JB, JNB, JBC. The other instructions available in this category include CLR, SETB, CPL, and MOV. The CLR instruction clears the data in the bit addressed area, memory area, and CPL complement the bit, and SETB is used to set the corresponding bit specified in the instruction. There are no instructions for handling machine execution. So these are the list of bit manipulation instructions. CLRC, this instruction clear the carry flag. CLR bit, this instruction clear the bit specified in the instruction. SETBC, this instruction set the carry flag equal to 1. SETBB, this instruction set the corresponding bit specified in the instruction. CPLC, complement the carry flag. CPL bit, complement the bit specified in the instruction. ANLC comma bit, this instruction perform logical AND operation specified in the instruction bit and carry flag. And ANLC comma complement of bit, this instruction perform the complement AND operation between complement of bit and carry flag, and result will be stored in carry flag. Similar OR operation perform logical OR operation between the bit specified in the instruction and carry flag. The move instruction copy the bit data from specified instruction to carry flag. JC relay to this instruction jump to the specified address if carry flag is set. JNC if carry flag is reset. JB jump corresponding bit is set and jump to the specified address. JNB jump to the specified address if bit is not equal to 0. JBC jump if specified address if it is set, and after that it will clear and transfer the control to the specified address. So these are the following instructions which can affect the various flags. So mainly 3 flags are affected during execution of these following instructions: carry flag, overflow flag, and auxiliary carry flag. So carry flag is affected during arithmetic and logical operations and bit manipulation operations. Overflow flag is affected only for arithmetic operations, and the auxiliary carry flag only affected during addition and subtraction operation. Now let us see the various programming examples using 8051 instruction set. Now example 1, write a program to fill a block of memory in internal RAM with specified data. This program is used to fill the block of memory, internal data memory, with particular data. The number of memory locations to be filled is given as count in the program itself. This program uses indirect addressing mode to access the data from memory location. So the program consists of various instructions. Move R1 comma has count. This instruction specified the count specifies the number of locations required to copy data from the externally to the locations. And move R0 comma has 30H. This instruction load starting address of the memory location from where you can load the data. Next, move @R0 comma as data. So the data may be either immediate data specified in the instruction. This data is copied to the address, that is 30H location, and increment next location. Now R0 becomes 31 and decrement count value, and count is not equal to 0, and repeat the operation, that is djnz R1 comma loop. This instruction decrement the count value from R1. If not equal to 0, can transfer the control to the specified address, that is loop. So this process is repeated if count equal to 0. Now assume that count equal to 3, so 3 locations are required to fill the data from externally to the 3 locations. After count becomes 0, you can stop the execution by using sjump end instruction. Now let us see the another example. Write a program to perform addition of 3 8-bit numbers. This program is developed assuming that the numbers are in memory locations 30H, 31H, and 32H of the internal data RAM, and result is stored in memory location, that is 50H and 51H of the internal RAM memory. Now let us see the algorithm for this program. The first byte is moved to the accumulator and second byte is added with that accumulator value. If carry flag is set, register R1 is incremented. After that, the third byte is added with the intermediate result, that is addition of first 2 bytes. If carry flag is set, increment R1 again. Now the accumulator forms the least significant byte of the result and register R1 forms the most significant byte of the result. So this is the program to perform the addition of 3 8-bit numbers. Now initialize R1 equal to 0 0. Initially R1 is loaded with 0 0 and load starting address of the memory which contains the data, that is 30H, copy to R0 register. Next, access the first data from that 30H location by using move a comma @R0. This instruction gets the data from 30H location and increment next location by using increment R0. After getting second data, add the second data with first data by using add a comma @R0. This instruction add first 2 bytes from the 2 locations 30 and 31H. After adding, check the condition of carry. If carry is not occur, go to the label address L1. If carry occurs, increment R1 register, that is R1 contains the carry bit. If no carry occurs, increment the next location specified in the instruction L1 label. If carry occurs, increment R1 and next instruction will be executed, that is increment R0 to get next location. So irrespective of if carry occurs or not, the increment R0 will be executed. So after getting next byte by incrementing R0, this next byte is added with accumulator value. The accumulator contains the result of first 2 bytes. After adding third byte with the intermediate result in the accumulator, now check the condition of carry. If no carry occurs, stop the operation and the accumulator contains the lower 8-bit data of the result and loaded into 50H. If carry occurs, increment R1 register and perform the next operation, that is move 50H comma A and loaded lower 8-bit data result to the 50H location and higher 8-bit data, that is carry status, is stored in R1 is copied to 51H. So now 50H and 51H contains the system result of 3 8-bit numbers addition. Now stop the operation by using SJMP end. Now let us see the another program to perform addition of 2 BCD numbers. The following program is developed assuming that the BCD numbers are in memory locations 30H and 31H of the internal data memory RAM, and result is stored in memory locations 50H and 51H of the internal memory RAM, with lower order sum is stored in 50H and carry, if any, generated is stored in 51H. The algorithm is the first byte is moved to the accumulator and is added with second byte. Now the accumulator is decimal adjusted by using DA instruction. The value 00 is moved to the accumulator and it is added with carry. The result is stored in memory location 50H and 51H locations directly. So this is the program to perform addition of 2 BCD numbers. Move A comma 30H. So get the data, that is first byte from 30H location is copied to the accumulator. Now perform addition of this first byte with second byte from 31H, that is add A comma 31H. After addition 2 8-bit BCD numbers, the result will be in hexadecimal. This hexadecimal value from accumulator is converted into valid BCD number by using DAA instruction. The DA instruction performs operation, that is after addition, the DA instruction check lower 4 bits. If lower 4 bits greater than 9 or is there any auxiliary carry flag is set, this instruction DAA add 06 to the accumulator value. After adding 06 to the accumulator, again the DA instruction check higher 4 bits. If higher 4 bits greater than 9 or carry flag is set, 60 will be added to the accumulator. So by adding 06 in the lower 4 bit, by adding 60 in the higher 4 bits to get a valid BCD number. After getting valid BCD number, now perform another operation, that is the accumulator value contains valid BCD number loaded into 50H location. Now again accumulator is cleared with 00 by using move A comma as 0H and perform addition operation. This addition operation included with carry. So this instruction perform accumulator value with 00 along with carry generated during addition operation. This carry will be added in the accumulator. After that, the carry generated information is stored into the 51H location by using move instruction from the accumulator, that is move 51H comma A. Now 50H and 51H contains the BCD result, that is 16-bit BCD result. After operation, stop the execution by using SJMP end. Now let us see another program to write a program to perform addition of 2 16-bit data. In this example, the data are assumed to be initially stored in the external memory locations. First, the data is stored in memory locations 4000H and 4000H. So these two locations contains the first 16-bit data, and second 16-bit data is stored in two locations 4002H and 4003H. So this is the program to perform addition of 2 16-bit numbers. Now initialize the 4000H address to the DPTR by using move DPTR comma has 4000H. Now access the data from DPTR through and send it to the accumulator by using move XA comma @DPTR. This instruction can access the data from the DPTR specified address 4000 and loaded into accumulator. After that, this accumulator value contains the lower 8-bit value, lower byte from the first 16-bit data and loaded into R0 register. Now increment the next memory location by using increment dptr. Now dptr value becomes 4001. Now this 4001 contains the higher 8-bit data of the first 16-bit number, and this higher 8-bit data is loaded into the accumulator and copied to the R1 register. Now R0 and R1 contains 16-bit data in the form of 8-bit and lower byte and higher byte. R1 contains lower byte and R0 contains lower byte and R1 contains higher byte, that is MSB byte and LSB byte. Now increment next location, that is 4002, and this 4002 contains the lower byte of second 16-bit data and load and copy to the accumulator. And after that, now the accumulator contains the lower byte of second 16-bit data is added with lower byte of first 16-bit data from the R0, that is add A comma R0. This instruction perform lower byte addition, lower 8-bit addition. After adding operation, result will be stored in the accumulator and copied to the R0 register. Now increment next location, that is 4003. This 4003 location contains the higher byte data. This higher byte data is copied to the accumulator and perform addition operation, that is addition with carry A comma R1. Now A contains the higher byte from second 16-bit data and R1 contains the higher byte from first 16-bit data. Now higher byte addition is performed along with carry generated during previous addition operation. After that, result will be stored in accumulator. This result will be copied to the R1 register. Now the R0 and R1 registers contains the 16-bit result after adding two 16-bit numbers. So R0 contains the lower 8-bit result and R1 contains the higher 8-bit result. After operation, the sum is stored in R0 and R1 registers and stop the execution by using sjump instruction, that is sjump end. Now let us see another program to shift a 4-digit BCD number to left by 1 digit. Assume that the data is stored in 30H and 31H. So the program is, let us take a 4-digit BCD number 1234H, that is 16-bit number in binary, and BCD it is represented in 1234H. And this 1234H number is shifted by 1 digit left, that becomes 1 is removed and 2, 3, 4 and add 0 on the right side. So after shifting 1 digit left by operation, the 1234 becomes 2340. So the output is 2340, input is 1234. So this 1234 is stored in two locations, 30H and 31H. 30H contains the lower BCD digits 3, 4 and 31 contains the higher BCD digits 1, 2. Now the algorithm is, the value 00H is stored into the memory location 35H temporarily. The least significant 2 digits, that is byte, are moved to the accumulator. Here 3, 4 is the least significant 2 digits. The nibble of the accumulator are reversed and then least significant byte is exchanged with the value stored in memory location 35H. Again the result is stored in the memory location 50H. The same process is repeated for the next byte and result is stored in memory location 51H and 52H. So this is the program to shift a 4-digit BCD number to left by 1 digit. Assume that the data is stored in 30H and 31H. Now initially load 00H to the memory location 35H and move R0 comma as 35H. Now assign this address to the register R0. Next move A comma 30H. Now 30H contains the lower byte BCD number, that is 34H, and copy to the accumulator and swap A instruction. This instruction interchange lower 4 bits with accumulator, higher 4 bits into the accumulator, that is 34 becomes 43 after swap operation. Now exchange XCHD A comma @R0. This instruction interchange lower 4 bits from accumulator with address specified in the register or not. So R0 contains the address 35. From that address 00, H is the data. Now accumulator contains 43. So after operation, the 43 becomes 40, and the address specified register contains 03H. Now the accumulator contains 40H is copied to the 50H. So now the lower byte after exchange operation, that is 40, is copied to the 50H memory location. Now next one, move A, 31H. Hack next one, higher byte, that is 12 BCD number is loaded into accumulator, and interchange that content 12 becomes 21 by using swap A instruction, and perform the exchange operation, exchange XCHDA @R0. Now A contains 21 and @R0 contains 03. So it becomes, after operation, A contains 23 and R0 contains 10. Now the accumulator contains the 23 is copied to the 51H. So now 50H contains 40, 51 contains 23. So this is the result 2340 stored in two locations, 50 and 51H locations. Now R0 contains 101 value. This one value is loaded into 51H location. So after operation, stop the execution by using sjump end instruction. So the purpose of this instruction is to shift lower 4-bit binary to shift higher 4-bit binary from the 16-bit BCD number. That is, assume that 1 2 3 4 H. In that 1 2 3 4, each digit represented by using 4-bit binary. So 1, it is represented as 0 0 0 1. These 4 bits binary is shifted left. So that is, these 4 bits binaries are removed, and at the right side, by adding 4 zeros in binary or 1 0 in BCD digit. So 1 2 3 4 becomes 2340H. This is the result after operation. This result will be stored in two locations, 50 and 51H. 50H contains the 0440H and 51 contains the 23H result. So by combining these two results, we get 2340 is the 4-digit BCD number. Now let us see another program. This program read a byte from port 0, and depending upon which bits is set, and jump to one of the 8 different locations. Here the algorithm is, the byte is moved from port 0 to one of the bit addressable bytes. So we know that the bit addressable memory is 20H to 2FH of the SFR area. Then depending upon which bit is set, the execution control should be transferred to one of the 8 different locations. The control returns to the first instruction loop after executing the control block for each bit for proper operation. So this is the program to read a byte from port 0, and depending upon which bit is set, jump to one of the 8 different locations. Here the port 0 information is copied to the byte addressable area 20H. This 20H contains the port 0 information in terms of zeros and ones. If corresponding bit is 1, can transfer the control to the specified address in the label L1 to L8. If condition fail, it will check the next bit. If next bit is 1, can transfer the control. Otherwise 0, next instruction will be executed. So this 8-bit information stored into 20H location, byte location. This byte location can be accessed in terms of bitwise by using 0 to 7 locations. These 0 to 7 locations are bit addressable areas. The 00 contains the port 0 of first bit information, port 0.0 information. 01 location contains second bit of port 0 information, that is port 0.1 information. 02 location contains the port 0.2 information. Similarly, 07 location contains the information of port 0.7th bit. Port 0 7th bit information contains. So this instruction can be replaced by using another instruction, another format, that is JB00, L1 or JB20.0, L1 or JBP0.0, L1. These 3 instructions perform the same operation. So by access the bit value from port through bit addressable area, or through the byte with specific bit location, or directly with port address, port 0.0 to 0.7. If the corresponding instruction is set, that is corresponding bit is set from that port, can transfer the control to the specified label L1 to L8. So the label contains some program, some set of instructions. If condition satisfies, the controller can execute that set of instructions from the specified label. After completion, it can go back to main program. So this program mainly purpose is if corresponding bit is set, it can transfer the control. If it is reset, it will execute next instruction. So this process is repeated continuously if corresponding port bits are changes. So in the above program, L1 to L8 are 8-bit addressable relative addresses to which the branching has to take place. The 8-bit relative address is assumed to be 2's complement number and branching takes place above or below the main program. Now let us see another program. This program to perform reverse the bits within a byte. Assume that the byte to be reversed is stored in register R0. Initialize register R1 with 00H and register R2 with 08H. The byte from register R0 should be loaded into the accumulator. The accumulator should be shifted left through carry and has to be exchanged with register R1. Now the LSB of data is moved to the carry and shifted data is moved to the R1. The accumulator should be shifted right through carry and has to be exchanged again with register R1. Now the LSB in the carry is shifted into R1 register. After subsequent shifts, it is moved into the MSB of R1. Now decrement the value stored in R2 register and jump to the step 5 if not 0 and repeat the process. This is the program to reverse the bits within a byte. Here the data byte is copied to the register R0, that is move R0, as data. Now initialize R1 with 00H. Now out R2 assigned 08, that belongs to count value. Move A, R0, get the first data, that is get the data from the register R0, copy to the accumulator and use the instruction RLC A. This instruction perform rotate left through carry operation. From that data, the left side bit, that is MSB bit, is shifted to carry flag, and after that exchange the value from accumulator with R1. Now R1 initially 00, accumulator value is equal to, after rotate operation there will be a result stored in accumulator. Again now accumulator is initially 00. Now perform the operation RRCA. This instruction load MSB bit of the data is loaded into LSB bit of accumulator. So the RLC instruction read the MSB bit from the byte and RRC instruction and copy this MSB bit to the LSB bit. Now exchange the content from the accumulator A and with R1 and repeat this process for 8 number of times, that is R2 equal to 8. Decrement count value, that is R2 is decremented, not equal to 0, repeat the same process. After 8 shift operations or rotate operations, now the accumulator contains the bits in reverse order. Now this value from R1 is loaded into 30H and stop the operation by executing sjump instruction. Now the 30H contains the reverse number arranged in order, reverse order for a given byte. Now let us see another program. This program used to find the biggest number or largest number in a block of data from the memory location 70H to 7FH. Here 16 locations are used. These 16 locations contains 16 byte data. From the 16 bytes we can find out largest number by using searching method. The algorithm is initialize a memory pointer to point the starting point of the memory location and initialize the counter for number of data bytes. The first byte is stored in the block is assumed to be biggest number and stored into the R1 register. The next byte is compared with the biggest number in R1. The data in R1 is smaller, then the data in that block is stored as a big number in the R1 register, and above the process is repeated for all data bytes in the group of memory locations 70 to 7F locations. So this is a program to find the biggest number in a block of data from memory locations 70H to 7F. Initially load R1 value 00 to the register R1. Assume that this is the biggest number initially. Next one, read first byte from that location 70H through R0. That is, move R0 comma as 70H, assign 70H location to the R0 and access this data through R0 and load it into 30H location. So now 30H contains the first data byte. This is the first byte from that memory location, and this first byte is copied to the register R1. Next, increment next location, that is next byte address will be incremented. That is 70 becomes 71H after increment R0. Now the first byte from the R1 register is copied to the accumulator. Now perform the subtraction operation, subtract a comma at the rate R0. This instruction subtract the content from the accumulator first byte with subtract the content from R0 second byte. If two bytes are not equal, so there will be a carry occurs or not. If no carry occurs, means the accumulator contains the bigger number. If carry occurs, in case that accumulator is smaller number. If no carry occurs, then decrement count value, compare the register value, that is memory location, if not equal to 80H, and repeat the process. If carry occurs, means the second byte from that next location is copied to 30H and 30H value copied to the R1 register. Now R1 register contains the biggest number. If A is smaller, that is accumulator value is smaller than second byte. Now R0 value from that memory location is copied to 30H and 30H value is copied to the data from 30H location is copied to the R1. Our next one, compare instruction CJNE instruction. This instruction compare the count value from R0, that is compare the address location from R0 if not equal to data 80H location, that is 80H represents the last location of the memory locations. Both are not equal and repeat the process. And this process repeated continuously if the R0 equal to 80H and can stop the operation. And finally the largest number stored in R1 register. So the above program illustrates that using basic instructions. The instruction set of 8051 is very flexible and readers are recommended to go through all the instructions to understand it. Same program used to perform the smallest number by changing JNC instruction with JC instruction. JC instruction jump carry. So to find the smallest number, just by changing JNC with JC instruction to perform the smallest number. So these are the important questions of 8051 instructions and programming. 2 marks questions, explain any two instructions of 8051. And second one, which of the following instructions are illegal instructions? First one, add R3 comma as 50H. This is the valid instruction that belongs to immediate addressing mode. Second one, add A comma 50H. This is also valid instruction, belongs to immediate addressing mode. Next one, add R7 comma R4H. Here the addition operation between R and registers is not possible, so this is the invalid instruction. Next, fourth one, add A comma has 255H. So 255H nothing but 12-bit address. Accumulator is 8-bit register, so this is invalid instruction. Next one, add A comma R5H. R5H represent general. R5 is the register. R5H is not a register. So R5H is not a register. It is invalid instruction. So from that above 5 questions, 3, 4, 5 are invalid instructions. Next 10 marks questions. Explain the addressing modes of 80 microcontroller. So there are 6 addressing modes in 8051. And explain instruction set of 8051. There are 5 instruction sets in 8051. Name the programming construct with CJNE can be used. Explain each of them. So CJNE formats. We can explain CJNE syntax formats. Write a program to arrange block of binary numbers in ascending order. So these are the various important questions from this topic. Thank you.